So basically, we wanted to create a map to show the percent change in personal income before and after the recession. And our initial challenge was finding comparable data between the 2 years, which we ended up finding from the Bureau of Economic Analysis. So our data is from 2006 and 2010. It's a data set of personal income according to county. So now we're going to go over the programs and technical aspects that we use to create this final infographic. We started with a program called CartoDB.
So we use CartoDB to connect the county and its corresponding data. Here, for example, is the data we pulled in from the Bureau of Economic Analysis. You'll see the counties in this column, followed by the income 2006 and 2010, which we used. After that, we pulled in the shapefile for the different counties in the US, and then combined it to create what we have here. So we created color gradients corresponding to the income divided in 6 brackets or 6 tiles. So if you have a look at the drop down, these are the different 6 where white represents no information because not all the counties or the Bureau of Economic
Analysis didn't have all the counties' data available.
Thank you, Khadeeja. Okay, so moving on. So now from here, we used different programs to get it onto the site.
So what we did was, after we had created this map with the different color gradients that were according to income bracket, in CartoDB, we used a different program called TileMill. And so we exported the data from CartoDB into this program, and the new program allowed us to create 2 different layers of images. One was a map of 2006, and one was a map of 2010. And so basically at the end of our at the end of using TileMill, we had the CSS code that we were able to then export into a different program called Mapbox.
So Mapbox just makes it easier to draw all the data that we've created in CartoDB because it's rather large files that you have over here. So, and then from Mapbox, which allowed us to create a drag tool to slide between the 2 years, we also had to create this backup file that creates the layer of the US.
And so in Mapbox, we took our data from the 2 corresponding years, so 2006 and 2010. So the 2006 layer is what you initially see when you look at our infographic. And so when you pull the dragger to the right, it ends up showing you what happens after the recession takes place, and that data corresponds to the Bureau of Economic Analysis personal income data from 2010. And so when we were done creating this infographic, we needed to get it to you somehow and put it on the web. So we used this hosting site called GitHub. And we just copied our code from Mapbox and pasted it into GitHub, and we tweaked the CSS code to make the map scalable. And
yeah, and we used Photoshop to create a legend because obviously that's the one thing that's missing from this map. We could have created the legend inside CartoDB using CSS, or even inside TileMill, but we didn't.
We didn't foresee any of this when we were initially learning the program. So in retrospect, we probably would have used those programs to create our legend. But overall, the project was lots of fun.
So thanks so much to the Hacker League and the Tower Center for helping us journalists getting a better understanding of these incredible tools.